Okay, so I had people send in questions. Maybe
Yeah,
we can do
sure.
like a quick round of I don't know, rapid fire.
Yeah, of course.
Thoughts on face taping?
So face taping is something, the way taping your face will not smooth your wrinkles.
Hmm.
However, the one thing that it may do is it may help to train you not to create those lines as much. And
Mm.
that's how I usually describe it. There actually was a story way back when, I don't even know if it's true, that Elvis Presley supposedly forbid Priscilla to lift her eyebrows up so she didn't get wrinkles of her forehead. As horrible of a thing to do to somebody as that is, there is actually truth that if you don't create those wrinkles, then they shouldn't
Hmm.
come around. That's why face yoga doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And that's why I think I love Jim Carrey, but I don't have high hopes for him having a smooth, wrinkle-free face as he gets older.
Hmm. Yeah, I get so many comments on TikTok and Instagram about how my face is frozen and I can't emote. And I'm like, no, I just have never been
Yeah.
a very emotive person. And you're sitting across from me. I mean, I have
Yeah, you can
some
move.
movement.
I get the same thing too. I get people like, your face is so frozen. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I literally get Botox just right here, and it's not a lot.
Hmm.
And I go, oh, his face is filled with all this filler. Like, I've never had filler.
Yeah.
And it's like he's Botoxed up to the extent. I had one person said that he looks like a old Taiwanese transvestite. I'm like, what? Where is this coming from?
I get
But
Uncanny Valley all the time.
uncanny. What's uncanny valley?
Uncanny Valley, or like if you Google them, they're kind of these like robotic looking people with like dead eyes.
Okay.
And I'm like, I'm doing my skincare routine. Do you want me to be like making all these faces? It just,
People just have to be more kind. I think
Oh.
that these types of comments, honestly, though, like so I've got kids who are in high school, and I
Mhm.
purposely don't put them on my social media because I
Mhm.
know, like, when I was in high school, if I ever had somebody, if I read something where somebody said, you're ugly, or you've got a 5 head, or, something
Mhm.
like that, or you got a gummy smile, it would like crush me.
Yeah.
But now I get so many of these kind of troll hater comments of like, oh, he looks like he's, old woman trying to look young, all this stuff. Like, and I'm a guy.
Yeah.
And I show those to my kids and I laugh about it because I think that this makes you stronger and it makes you
Mhm.
more resilient. And so for
Mhm.
me, I actually enjoy reading that stuff
Mhm.
because it's a way to show my kids that look at what they're saying about your dad, and your dad is perfectly fine. And
Mm.
like, I have no, like, my confidence is fine, even though they're saying that stuff
Mhm.
about me. And so I think there's lessons there. And the haters in some ways make you stronger. In some ways, they're
Mhm.
actually, I think, a good thing to
Yes.
have them.
They add fuel to my fire. I
There
will
you
just
go.
put it that way. I'm like, really? Really? Okay. I'm going to
Yeah.
keep going. You think you're going to like make me, stop posting videos like that? It's fuel for me. But I always feel like there are those days where you're having a down day and somebody is like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is wrong with your face? And it can
Yeah.
really, and I just think about, I am in my late 30s. I have a support system. I'm
Yeah.
in therapy. I'm strong, like I can deal with it. But I think about people who don't have any of that, who are
Yeah.
on the receiving end, and I'm like, God, like you just never know, like what mood and what circumstances in somebody's life you're going to get them at, and like what that could do to them.
There was a video that went viral, and you may have seen it. It was basically a wedding dress company that had a where they were exhibiting the wedding dresses with women of all different sizes. So it started like XXL, and then XS, extra small, and then went all the way up to like triple XL. And I watched this video. I did a duet of it, so I reacted to it, basically saying, I think this is great. And I feel that there's beauty in all of us. There's beauty in everybody. And you could see these women who are, the triple XL, but with a smile on their face, feeling confident and feeling good. And it made me feel great. And so I shared this, and oh my gosh, the hate was insane. So people saying, what type of doctor are you? These people are obese and you need to tell them that they need to be healthy. This is not healthy. I even had a plastic surgeon comment stating that the overweight woman is toxic to the male eye. Like, it's just like
God.
crazy stuff. And like, women who are overweight, should be shamed and and this is an actual doctor.
Wow.
So what I ended up doing is I took these comments and I kind of trolled them back. But really what it comes down to for me is that, yes, there are people who are, let's say, morbidly obese. They're really overweight. They don't need me as some internet doctor to say you should lose weight. Like, they know that.
Mhm.
They know that added weight like that can cause health problems. However, I think what they don't necessarily know is that they have beauty too.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody deserves to feel that way. And for me, I think that's one of the big things I try to put out there in my messaging is that, no matter what size you are, no matter how your skin looks, there's beauty inside of you. And yes, I can help, with making changes to your health. You can even improve that. You can enhance that. You can bring it out. But no matter what, there's beauty there too.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's something that's really missing on social media. And it's
Mm-hmm.
unfortunate because it's so much easier to tear somebody down than it is to try to prop them up.
Yes, absolutely. And I think so cheesy, but like being nice to one another is the most attractive thing. Like if you're trolling somebody, talking shit on the internet, like that does not make you seem cooler or more attractive. Like I always say, it's better to be the person being trolled than to be the troll, because just imagine how
the person leaving those comments are like sitting in the basement of their parents' house,
Yes.
like just like
sometimes I want to clap back so hard and I'm like, ugh, and I write this whole thing and I'm like, this is going to get them. And then I click on their picture and I'm like, oh.
And then you're like, oh, no, I'm not going to bring them down.
Not because of how they look, but I'm just like, oh,
usually
no,
they're
not
struggling
worth my
with
time.
something inside themselves.
Always,
and
yes.
you're just kind of a convenient vessel to try to unload on. And
Yes.
it's sad.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, I
unfortunate,
talk about this a lot, not a lot, but I have talked about it in solo episodes. And yeah, I mean, I've never been, thank God, in a place in my life where I felt the need to say something mean to a stranger on the internet. So I can't imagine how somebody has to feel
exactly
feel good doing that.
exactly
Yeah.